All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit them with the open. Morning, everybody.
But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love.
And welcome, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and all you other freaks out there to the Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show. Craig, how you doing? What are you doing? Are you having trouble breathing? Are you okay?
It was the thousands of our fans cheering in unison.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought you were having another medical emergency.
They were still cheering from our amazing musical performances this weekend.
How good do you feel about that?
They were cheering for your black leather pants. I feel pretty good, except I'm sitting here holding a microphone today, so that's awesome.
Oh, you thought we'd be picked up by talent scouts by now?
No, I just thought I'd have a stand to put a microphone in. Like, I did not.
Oh, yeah. You have to hold that thing like an idiot, dude. For those of you who don't know, I was robbed this weekend.
Steve had a night for the ages.
I did. I had a night, morning, day for the ages, brother. It was fun. It was actually really. Oh, Cam Newton's in the house. Cam Newton's in here. Did you see my tweet? No. Did you happen to see my tweet?
I don't ever. I'm never on Twitter, so not really. No.
Okay, I don't like the way you said that, but all right. Like,
you tweet at Cam Newton and say, "Hey, why do you dress like my co-host?"
No, basically, I was in a Mexican restaurant with Jen, and Cam Newton was on the TV, and I'm like, honey, turn around, look, Craig's on TV, and she's like, what? And I zoom in, and it's Cam Newton with that exact same hat on giving a hot take, and I'm like, yeah, I was like, shit, honey, that's Cam Newton. I got it mixed up.
That's hilarious, dude. Fuck, I don't know how your wife didn't blow you right there on the spot.
I do.
It's the smell usually.
It's an array of things. After this weekend, I might as well not have a dick. I was so emasculated by everyone there. TJ's is a tough spot.
I actually was thinking about that this morning and kind of having a little giggle to myself, just thinking about you walking into that bar where, if you can't name a couple of Five Finger Death Punch songs, you have absolutely no business walking into that bar. It's just as a matter of personal security, if anything else. But yeah, they did not like you.
No, I had I always kind of like when that happens because I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling.
She's gonna hold the microphone for me. Sarah Jane's gonna come over here.
Oh, Sarah Jane, that's so great.
You got the best fans.
That's great.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Lord. No, I'm trying to share this. Guys, go ahead and share this.
You came out worried. I'll take that while you're handling the sharing duties.
Thank you.
You came out just worried, perturbed. The leather pants, the CC DeVille look, I thought went over really well on the patio where we were doing karaoke and having fun, singing with friends.
It was a different vibe inside.
It was. And honestly, that's something that you can kind of set your watch to a little bit.
Yes.
We've done a handful of events out there, and it's pretty safe to say that once you cross through that threshold, you are. It's kind of like going through the wardrobe into Narnia a little bit when you're heading out.
Exactly, like a bunch of goat people in there. Bunch of fuck those people right now. I'll put it on fucking blast. Fuck you people inside of TJ's. I had two people inside of TJ's very kind, very sweet people. The wait staff at TJ, some of my favorite, maybe
Top
some
notch.
of my favorite.
Top notch. That gal
notch.
did wear my shorts. I was a little.
That was embarrassing.
I was embarrassed that I missed the opportunity there.
There was a chick there in jean shorts. They make Gitos blush. That would make Gitos
never
blush.
Been a pair of jean shorts like this before.
No. The back of her jean shorts were somehow a ponytail holder as well. That's how thin these jean shorts were. They were so. I was like, her asshole has to be so chafed with just the
chapped.
jean. Just chapped. Yes, just like
chapped ass.
Just calloused. Calloused. If she's worn them before, they're calloused, bro. So I made a comment. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's kind of tough getting you, because I do not like that. I hate when people are like, oh yeah, right, you don't like that. No, not when I'm being served food. Like, people are being served food.
Yeah, if you get pink eye, dude.
Yes, you're gonna brush your brown eye just on accident. And you're not sitting down anywhere all night. You're gonna sit down with your sweaty ass cheeks out. I'm not into that. Okay, I'm 40 now.
This is hilarious because I was going through with the same chick, going through something totally different in my brain, which was I had some old childhood friends that came early crew. They just came to stop by. They were on their way to a wedding in Festus that evening. They just wanted to come by, say hi, support the Hoosiers a little bit, buy a little merch. And they did. And so as I'm like laying out all this merch and we're talking and they're kind of going through everything, she's coming over to get my drink order. And I'm not really, at this point, I'm kind of scrambling because we're trying to get this thing popping, by a little after 6, and it's close. And I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything at once. I'm like talking to her, but I've never really acknowledged her. And I don't like to do that. I'm not, And so like, finally I like kind of stop what I'm doing, gather myself, because I am trying to, when I recognize these moments, this goes for anything, where I'm like kind of moving too fast or anything is kind of operating as an afterthought. I try to like kind of pause and then like take the moment back. So I like stopped and I turned to her and I looked her in the eyes. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me. I will take a tequila and tonic, please. Just whenever. I'm not in any kind of rush for it. I got to get this merch and stuff. So she goes, oh no, it's fine. Introduce myself. I'm being so front of mind about how kind of dismissive, because I was doing this other stuff, that I'm like, we're locked eyes. Okay. In this, I have no idea what the rest of her body looks like. Okay. I have talked to this gal now 3 times. It wasn't until about 2 hours in that
her face didn't give the appear like.
I wouldn't have guessed.
No, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Or anything. She was just like a normal looking gal.
She was a cute gal
sweet,
next door type. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I got to hammer this home. Like when I did see it about 2 hours later, I was actually, there was a whole new fucking shame program I was running on myself. Like, how did you miss that, you fucking idiot? Like, that was a sneaky. My dad's voice was ringing through my head. It's like, if it was a snake, it would have bit you. If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
Whenever you bite you later.
When you're looking for stuff as a kid, you're like, I can't find it. I can't find it. It's like,
right in your face.
Damn, son, it's right here. If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
I love that saying, because your snake bit that later, which is interesting too.
Christ, I was with you all night. You literally slept in my home, in my bed.
Yeah, I don't know where you went from 3 to 5 a.m. I don't know. I was asleep during. You might have drove back up there.
Anyway, if she would like to give me her mustard yellow jean shorts, I need them for a project.
Well, yeah, a sniffing project. So then, me and her had an exchange.
Wow, she was a great waitress.
She was great, working hard. Great. I love the staff there. At one point, she did come out and she goes, "What would you like to drink?" And I was like, just a rail whiskey single. And I was like, "I'll pay for it now. I got some cash." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how much it costs." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she was kind of trying to figure it out. And she's like, "Oh, I have a headache. I can't do math right now." And I go, "Maybe it's a circulation problem." kind of. It just came out of me.
Slipped out of you. It slipped. Sometimes the jokes do write themselves.
Yes, dude. And obviously it has nothing to do with anything, but I was like, oh, maybe it's a circulation thing. Your ass is being squoze off your body.
I tell people all the time, you're hearing it for the first time, just like we are.
Absolutely.
And I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. What a fun night, dude. Hoosiers.
But back back to those pieces of shit inside of TJ's.
Oh yeah, back to that. Yeah.
So I've been there once before where I was dressed in something that they didn't care for.
What would that have been?
I don't forget.
Maybe the
what that
cowboy,
is.
maybe the little cowboy, the denim cowboy boy.
I don't know. I'm always femmed out. There's like you can set your watch
There's
by
nothing-
that too.
Don't read into it, dude.
But I
There's
thought going in there that they're like, oh, these hairband guys kind of kick ass. I listen to their music. They'll be fine. I immediately walk in. I get whistled at. When I try to do like a hot scan to see who is the whistler, it was a dude's whistle. No one's looking at me. There's a table of two dudes like just giving me that giggle, like, you know, you're walking in the lunchroom with your plate tray, and they're like, and you kind of look at them like, so they're coming up, and I'm walking past these dudes, and the dude's like, nice, dude, nice outfit, you know, one of those where he's like, I'm gonna give you a compliment, but you're a fucking, because again, I had two people come up to me earlier who were like, oh, that's funny, you look great, dude. And I look at this guy and I'm like, you know what's gonna be embarrassing is when you get fucking headbutted by a guy in leather pants and makeup, because I'm feeling it. That's what I said in my head.
I'll leave this eyeliner all over your fucking fist, man.
Yes, dude, but every time I walked in there, a fucking war zone. Walking by the bathroom, this dude is like trying to make himself bigger so that I can like walk into him, and I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna pull one of those. I'll fucking dry hump him as I walk by.
I'll blow him right now.
Yeah, I'll blow this guy right out of the water. And so that'll change his mind on how gay I am.
Go let that goddamn dog out. Listen, we'll get to the song choices when we get to the song choices. We're laying right now. What we're doing is we're painting a scene. Okay, we're painting a scene that will encompass the song choices that happen. But the Hoosiers were represented. All
It was great. It was great. It was overall great.
It was. I had so much fun. Chillicothe, Kansas City, Springfield, Pleasant Hope, Morrisville. Rolla. I mean, dude, we had Hoosiers from all over the place. St. Louis, Illinois. We had over Springfield, Illinois. Webster Grove. We had people come from everywhere. The TJ's and Peevely's never seen such a melting pot of diversity as what was happening.
And that dumb dressed up as Steve is in the chat, and she's like, oh, all the awesome memories of the night, and leave it to Steve to focus on the negative 7 seconds. The negative 7 seconds was when I said hello to you. That's what I was. Yes.
Can we talk about how I do dumb shit all the time?
Take that, Elise.
For this.
You do dumb shit?
I do dumb stuff, and we were like, you know, trying to like kind of calling a hot route the last second. Our wig inventory has been, it's under attack. I don't know what's going on.
It is.
But we have had a vault of epic proportions of wigs, and when we went to tap it, nowhere to be found. That's okay though. So you and I were just doing some quick thinking. Like, okay, well, you're like, well, I'm really married to this 80s rocker thing. I said, okay, cool.
I want to get beat up inside of TJ's. I said that. I was like, I think I'm going to try to get beat up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to like to go to TJ's and get pounded. Just absolutely fucking pounded for my my costume choice. And I was like, my only fear about me being an 80s rocker is I don't really want to shave my mustache. And there weren't like a lot of glam rockers rocking the 80s stash, you know?
That's true.
So
they were hairless.
You're like, buddy, dial it back a decade. You know, there was all of our 70s classic rock heroes had a nice little lip piece. And I'm like, right, you're right. It did. And so I did. And then I like, you know, I conditioned the stash and I was combing it out and I had a lot of mustache, you know, and so it just wasn't looking right. I was going to go for like a David Crosby thing. And you know, I thought that would be really funny. Just be like
all of the bald caps.
Crosby.
Yep. I went to Johnny Brock's. Bald caps with hair are saved for clowns. I realized there's some in like the
rainbow
kids section
or something like that.
Yes,
yeah,
that's weird.
Not what we're going for.
No,
that's weird.
No.
So
it's weird.
Okay, fine. Fast forward. I'm getting ready. I'm kind of trying to put some stuff together. I have these corduroy burgundy pants that are belled out at the bottom, and they're just perfect. And I tore my closet out, and I guess maybe they didn't make it to the Sad Dad complex. I don't know. It's okay. I had some nice jeans. I figured it out. I had a boho enough shirt. I was like, well, if I unbutton this thing to my ball fro, I'll pretty much, have a bunch of I'm going to pull it off. And then you were like, I got a perfect wig for you. And it did. It turned out great. Once I got
You look great.
I was still struggling with this mustache. So, dude, I cut off my wings, dude.
I know.
And
are you okay? No one can tell.
yeah,
no one cares. No one cares.
No one like having like a cool, whimsical mustache to now I look like a police captain, couple years out from retirement,
I'm too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit.
I'm too old for it. You know how old he was? I think he was like 40.
I'm Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon.
We're older than Danny Glover. I think we're older than him in this.
So anyway, I'm just starting back at fucking ground zero. Ground zero. Here we go.
I do want to take a second, though, and acknowledge all the people who came there because, damn, they know how to make a night fun, dude. That crew that was there was unbelievable. Getting to spend a little time with the people was amazing because, usually I'm like put up on some sort of freakish pedestal where people are like, I don't even know if I can interact with God himself, So it's nice when we do get out there and everyone's like, oh, it's just a normal night because I'm always like, treat me normal. I'm a normal guy. I'm such a normal guy. The people who got up and sang, unbelievable. We had some unreal performances. I think that's what Elise wants to get to. We had Cher. We had Steve and Craig 2.0.1, and they sang Cher. Unbelievable. We had Julina got up and sang What's Going On. That was phenomenal. We had somebody in a riding a bear, like one of those costumes where people are like riding the alien and the alien's like carrying the person. This guy had a bear. And he sang, you and me, baby, ain't nothing
Bad touch.
but mammals. So good. So good.
Bop to that one. Ray came out from Kansas City. She was dressed up like Axl Rose. You and her did a nice little rendition, which it was hilarious because I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I was going to bring a top hat. And then Julina, who came as Stevie Nicks, she was like, what do you mean? Here, hand it to. So you're like mid-solo. I come over, I drop the top hat on you, and you instantly morphed into Slash. Yes, the dude that sang Bad Touch is from Stizzy. He rocked it. What else? Yeah, there was a bunch.
The Stizzy guy. Yes.
Ray and Julina were like, what do you want me to sing? And I'm like, They're both dressed up. Like, you don't want to put that in my court because I'm going to challenge you. Like, I'm not going to I'm going to give you something that's going to be tough to sing, So I was like, I don't know, pick a Heart song. You know how hard Heart is?
Oh, yeah, bud.
Heart is so hard to sing. They fucking nailed it. It was so cool. But I will give Elise her flowers because I've done a lot of karaoke in my day. I've done a lot of karaoke. I love getting up there, singing some tunes, hearing people singing along. I have never, and this is an album, it's in probably top 10 most listened to albums of all time. I don't know anybody growing up. We talked about this before. I don't know anybody growing up didn't have Steve Miller Band's greatest hits, right? We all had it. Everybody had it. Everybody knew every song that was on it. And
banger after banger.
And somebody did come up and sing Joker. He did a great job.
Great. That dude was great.
I have never, ever, I think his name was Ian. I have never, ever, ever thought to sing Swing Town for karaoke. And
so
dude,
good.
There was a moment where I thought the three of us were the Steve Miller Band.
It was unbelievable.
I'll be singing Swing Town for the rest of the day now that I just brought it back up in my mind because that shit was just it slapped so hard.
Oh yeah, we were discussing that after I got home when I was talking to Jen. I'm like, ooh, and then Elise did something good for once, and she recommended that we sing Swing Town. How nice is it though to have a little prop action up there? Because you're in karaoke. When you go up there and you're hammering a song, you're hammering. The crowd's into it. You got the backs of everybody there. Everybody's loving it. And then you hit a part of the song where it's like 32 measures, music solo. Most people are like, I don't. I'm still doing stuff. I'll go talk to the DJ, maybe talk to the crowd. Okay, kind of, you don't know what to do. That's why we brought that electric guitar, so we could throw that electric guitar up for the right moments of these songs. And I thought that worked out pretty well, having that guitar there for those guitar solo moments, dude. And Rachel crushed when she got up there and sang. So it was awesome to be able to, like, go up there, sing some background vocals, and play the guitar, like fake play. I love that shit, dude. That is so fun.
So much fun. So much fun, dude. I had a blast. We had people all over. It was so great. I truly, like, to me, I enjoy karaoke in all of its forms, especially if you have a super social setting. Because I remember right out, I'm going to tell you something. If you're running a karaoke situation, you do not, and you did this, by the way, you do not want to come out and fucking set
kill
up here. You do not want to kill right out the gate. You got to get.
I killed Craig. I just killed him on the stream. He's right, though. And I knew that. I knew that going into it. And I knew they said, Steve, do you want to lead off on this? And I said, you don't want that. You don't want that. And they said, no, Steve, we want that. And I'm like, you don't want that. And what happened?
Well, you came out, you did it with the leather pants. It wasn't Here I Go Again, because you did that later. What would you?
My once bitten. Yes, sir. Because it has a great. Almost been twice. You know, you can really get
everybody. You get everybody going with the crowd. No
yes, dude. Yes, dude. I got off stage and Craig goes,
like, what am I going to go follow that fucking guy?
I got off the stage and Craig grabbed me by the shirt collar and he goes, what the fuck was that? I was like, dude, I'm just doing what I do. You know me, man. And he's like, I know. I told you to turn it down to a level 6. And I said, hey, motherfucker, that was a level 6. Wait till you see my second song.
It was awesome, but the only and like so then you know you got to
with that was awesome, but
you got to be a you got to be a experienced karaoke vet to know that you can't follow that up with a super high octane song. You can't do it with a high octane song. You can't do it with
it'd be tough.
It's tough. It's tough. There's just you could do it, but you're both going to get lost in the sauce. You got to dial it back a little bit. You got to give people a little bit of a sing along, right? So I come in with a slow little sing along. Well, people aren't exactly filling the queue up, you know, and I'm a little worried about that. I mean, listen, you guys want to listen to me and Steve do karaoke all night? We'll do it. Yeah. I don't care. I got songs.
We will do,
you know. But the point is we want everybody up there. I love it. So this all started with. I actually love when people aren't great at karaoke. I love when somebody is absolutely obliterated and comes up there and like not just sings, but picks like very difficult songs to sing.
Yeah, what was that dude doing?
Very difficult songs. So
I don't know what that guy was singing.
I appreciate it because you got to have it, dude. If you only have 2 or 3 people, if me, you, and Ray go up there and fucking crush note for note, okay. If we do that, like everybody else who's kind of 1 foot in, like maybe gonna do it, they're like, fuck this. Like, what is everybody a professional singer here or something? You got to have a guy that comes in, stirs up the drink a little bit, decides to sing arguably one of the greatest voices of the 90s in Lane Staley, my favorite song ever. So I'm like holding, because it gives everybody a perfect opportunity to have a conversation with the person next to them. And then also you're going to hear some shit on the audible spectrum that you
never heard before,
really know existed. Like he hit some notes that I was like, ooh, that's like in between notes. That's like a,
he was like crying. I thought, was he crying? Was that wailing?
He may have been crying.
He may have been
crying. But he was awesome. He did do 5-finger death punch. He did do that, which it shows how smart he is. That shows a guy that is in tune with it. He's way more in tune with his crowd than you were. But and then
obviously he also robbed me.
Nutshell. He did sing Nutshell, which is one of my all-time fucking favorite songs of all time. And Steve's like, and then this gal was talking to me, really sweet gal. She's like, "Oh, you guys do great up there." She's like, "Have you noticed though, like the last 4 songs have been like pretty sad songs?" And I was like, "Hey, listen, for once, I'm not the person that did it." I go, "Well, you're not going to find any sympathy from me because it's the sad songs for me.
I'm a sad song guy.
I'm a sad song kind of guy. These fucking happy songs can go jump in the fucking river of the world."
Talk to my guy Steve if you want that.
Talk to my
shit.
guy Steve if you want to hear some Pharrell or whatever.
Some simple-brained bullshit.
I like a minor chord. I don't tell you. So the costumes were top notch. The Craig and Steve costumes were pretty hilarious, and also they both really committed to the bit, because I really thought that when Elise put on her Steve pants, when she got fired up about the blues, it was hard to distinguish between the two of you. So that was cool.
Oh,
North put on a pretty cool thing. Go ahead.
When Elise was, channeling her Steve, I'd be sitting next to her or whatever, and she's a sweet person. She's just like sweet, kind to her core, one of the best of all time. But she was Steve. So I kept having to remind her, like, no. You don't have time for them, okay? You got to remember, you're better, and you have no time. You give them a ha. Oh, never mind. I found out where my guitar went, dude. Benny Pitts gave Steve's guitar to the waitress with the asshole shorts as a tip.
Well, she deserved it. I mean,
yeah, she stuck it right in there. I had her slide it.
I didn't even notice the asshole shorts, and after I did notice them, I didn't notice how I didn't notice them. Which I was in my own, and I wasn't even doing acid for once. So that that's
pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, dude. And then after that dude sang, which he was wailing, like whatever that song was at the end, like my childhood was too good, so I always kind of check out during those moments when people are like, my mom didn't love me enough. My dad never hugged me. It's like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I love my parents. I don't get it. What was he singing? Because at the end, it sounded to me at least like
second. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. It's a very hard song.
Who is
actually
it?
Alice in Chains. Of the Alice in Chains songs, like it's probably one of the easier ones to sing. But yeah, like guy was going through it, man. He was just going through it.
He was honestly, going through it.
The best place to work it out if you're going through it.
You're going. It was great.
Work it out at karaoke.
Because you had a moment where you were just front and center of the stage, like, oh, get it, man. I feel you, dude. I feel yes, dude. You're like, yes, man. God. Jenna came in, sang a good one. Jenna and her.
What did she sing?
Oh, it was a good upbeat one where people were saying, "Tell me something good." Tell me. So good. Everybody rocked it. And then we had let me preface this with I was getting ready to leave because we needed to be set up by 6. So at 5, I have all my gear. I'm ready. You got to take old boy?
Nope, we're good.
Okay. So I'm like, okay. Mikey was supposed to come with us, but he had a whole day to himself. He actually went and checked out that jazz festival, which I wanted to check out. It was down on Cherokee, and
that tracks.
Yeah, each place had a. He's just drawn to it. He had a. So they went to the jazz festival. They went to the jazz festival, and they had a good time. They said they were having a good old time, and then he said. And then he said that he called me and said, we're not going where we went to the jazz festival. I'm not going. He calls me at 5:10-ish and says, F it. I feel like going. I'm awake. Let's do this thing. And I'm like, hell yeah. So Jen, in her infinite wisdom, which she was right. She said, have Mike drive here, and then you guys drive together just in case, you guys are jacked up or whatever. So I thought, sweet. And I don't usually drink or whatever, so I'm like, I'll be fine. We got to give him a ride home. He can chill at my house if he wants to, whatever. This is great. It's perfect. He comes over about 20 minutes later. We get our stuff together. We head on out. Okay, Mike's got his stuff. I got a bunch of stuff. When we get there, me and you are getting stuff out of the van. Him and me are getting stuff out of the van. He's got to run back to the van, and all this stuff's going. I'm like, okay. I have leather pants. Women with no pockets. What are you guys doing, dude? You're living your lives without pockets. I see why guys
they get
started wearing.
Up about a dress with pockets, dog. I mean, they get.
I get it.
Pockets.
I so get it now because having no pockets is ridiculous. I am carrying things in my hands like a peasant. Like it is crazy, dude. So I have a section on our table where all my stuff is all night. I'm checking on it all night. I'm 41 years old. I know where my shit is, okay? We get to the end of the night. And where are Steve's keys? No one can find them. And I always feel bad having people like look for my stuff because it's like, I'm an adult.
Yeah,
I
like,
should have my
everybody
shit
stop
together.
the party and find my
Yes,
shit.
this is dumb, dude. And it could only be like 3 places. Me and you ran out to the car. I checked the car. The car is locked, so I can't get in, but I'm shining my light and I can't see it. And I'm parked 30, 40 yards from the front door. So nothing crazy, I mean, I'm just down a little bit from the bar. We go out, go back in a few times. Everyone's helped me like, did you find them yet? I'm like, no, I just don't know where they could be. I call Mike multiple times. No answer. Okay, he's just left. I call him like, hey, I know nothing. Call again. I text him and say, hey, Mike, I need you to call me like right now if you can. Because they had just left Mike comes up to me before this, okay? Mike's gone. Mike comes up to me and he pulls me aside and he goes, hey, if I disappear, don't worry about me. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? First off, yeah, of course. Second off, what are you talking? Second off, what are you talking about? And he goes, I think Joe might be coming to pick me up. She might just scoop me up, and we might just take off. I'm like, oh, sweet. You don't need a ride from me anymore? That's great. As long as you guys are good, more power to you. So he tells me that. He's gone. We're cleaning up, looking for the keys. I'm texting him, calling him. Finally, he texts me back and says, hey, buddy, I made it home safe. No need to worry about me. And I'm like, I am not worried about you at this point. I'm glad you made it home. Call me fucking right now. So he calls me back, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm just looking for my keys. Have you seen them? Everyone here is looking for them. We're kicking through leaves. We're going through everyone's bag that they had brought in case. Like, we are searching, dude, because there's only so many places they can be. I've been in one little area basically the whole night. So he goes, nah, man, I don't have them. I gave them to you. And I'm like, you gave them to me? I don't remember that. And I had only had one drink the entire night. I'm like, I'm not like, I was a little high, but nothing crazy. I can kind of remember shit. If I was wasted, I'd be like, I don't fucking know where the fuck am I going to put them anywhere. Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, oh no, there's only like a certain series of areas they could be. He's like, nope, don't have them. Hangs up. And I'm like, fuck, Elise is walking with me. And I'm kind of like alone in my own thoughts. And I'm looking at my phone and I kind of stop and look at Elise and I go, it didn't seem like he looked for those keys very hard. And she's like, not at all. Like he didn't seem to care at all. And I'm like, okay, I was getting that vibe too. What the fuck? So, and mind you, Mike has told me a story where his wallet has been stolen earlier that day, only to be found in the hand of his wife. Okay, so like she had accidentally gotten his wallet and he was looking for it all day. Well, he went back to her and she was like taking a nap and the wallet was in her hand. So I'm like, okay, already there's a whole series of madness going on. Madness. We look for 10 more minutes. We actually go out to my car, put my stuff by my car. I rest my guitar, my 2 wigs, and my guitar stand on the car. Craig and I walk back into the party. Mike finally calls and says, oh, dude, they were in. Because I called him. I go, dude, you have to check your car. So then I went out to the car. He calls.
I said.
What? Oh, God. Okay, so we're inside, and we're all around this table. And I'm like, okay, the only other thing is someone accidentally picked them up and left with them from our table. And someone goes, I think everyone's still here who was at our table. And someone goes, yeah, except Mike. For some reason, Mike's the only one. And Craig looks at me, standing next to me. He goes, oh, my fucking God, Mike's got your keys. I guarantee it. And I'm like, oh, I shit.
It was kind of like it was like this. Steve's on the phone with Mike. And he's talking to him, and Mike's telling him, "No, I don't have your keys or whatever." Steve's like sitting there. He's kind of crestfallen because like, what are we gonna do? You know? And he's like, "All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow or whatever." And he kind of hangs up the phone. And he goes, Mike said he doesn't have my keys. And I looked at him and I go, Mike 100% has your keys.
Yes. You go, I guarantee it.
He 100% has your keys. I guarantee you has your keys. But hey, we can keep doing this. Let's keep looking around.
I hate a Craig Kohler guarantee. Everyone knows that.
You know
he don't use them often. He don't use it often.
On it, I'm betting my on it.
That's a good cue for our listeners.
Probably, and at this point, you had taken a round of your stuff out to the car.
Yes,
so
yes. The guitar, the electric guitar, mic stand,
and
wigs.
A couple of wigs.
Yep,
a couple of wigs.
And yes, so then Mike calls me, says he has the keys. We go to your car, put the rest of my stuff in your car. This is all happening in about 10, 15 minutes. We roll back around to the front of the house, and wouldn't you know, or front of the bar, and wouldn't you know, my guitar and my wigs and mic stand have been stolen. They're just
fucking
gone.
swiped.
And it was so cute because you and Elise are like, "Oh, one of our friends grabbed them."
Oh,
and
dude, like that's where I switched. Like this was not coming from my guarantee place.
No, it wasn't.
Like, this was like where I was gonna will my positivity into the best case outcome, and I'm like, buddy, Matt Neal was parked right next to you. He knew that you were missing your keys. He probably just tossed it in his car. It's no big deal. I'll get a hold of Matt. We're all heading to the same place. We're gonna go hang out. It's fine. We have plenty of Hoosiers here. Somebody, I call Matt. I'm like, Matt, what are the chances you picked up a guitar and some wigs and a mic stand of Steve's that was sitting right by the deal? He goes, nope.
Not. How would I do that?
Like, it wasn't that funny, Matt. He's like, no.
Yeah, then you and Elise called all of our friends, and they were all like, nope. And knowing from living in the state streets as a kid, I had 11 bikes stolen. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll get a new one. And immediately my brain shifted into that mode where it was like, oh, shit, that's gone. And it kind of made me realize, because a lot of people were like, oh, fuck, dude, that is so fucked up. And I'm like, is it? I left it sitting against my car for 10 minutes. That's like prime time for some drunk idiot who probably already hated me from inside.
100%. It was one of the dudes that took fucking notice of your fucking outfit. And he's like, I saw that guy fake shredding a guitar solo with Poison on this stupid fucking thing. He goes, I'm not even going to steal it for myself. I'm going to go across the road to the fucking banks of the Mississippi, and I'm gonna throw that fucking thing in the Mississippi River.
Which that reminds me, should I check Facebook Marketplace right now? Just to
yeah,
see
well, no, because I have been. I have been. It's not on there.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, there's no SX on there.
Okay.
No
you
SX.
Think probably a pawn shop maybe around there?
There's no SX SJM 10 if you want to know if I'm fucking serious about it or not. Like I've been looking, pal. I've been looking.
Wow, thank you, buddy.
Because I thought it was a Jaguar, but it's not. It's a little different than a Jaguar.
Yeah, it's a little different.
A little cutout on the bottom of it that makes it's kind of Jaguar shaped for like 3/4 of it, but then it's got a little cutout on the bottom.
It's one of my favorite pieces of musical art. You know, Craig's got his stupid Jews harps, and I got my electric guitar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably if we had to. I mean, that bag that was stolen with my Jews harps is probably about equal value to the SX guitar.
People are trying to shut us down. People are trying to steal our music, dude. What the hell is that?
Stop with your cling clang boing music, man.
Yeah, exactly. I hate when people say that to you. It pisses me off, man.
Stop with the boing music.
Well, there is a happy ending because Julina says, so there's no happy ending. The shit really got stolen. Yes, the shit really got stolen. All that shit can be replaced. And honestly, that guitar was 10, 15 years old. This gives Daddy an opportunity to maybe buy himself a new guitar. Now I have a reason to buy a new guitar. You know what I mean? Now that one did have some like
sentimental value.
Little bit, and I've dropped it a few times, so that's why I had no problem with you guys tossing it to me on stage.
Yeah, it had some character.
Which Craig made a snag because I was going to throw the guitar, but
the strap, the strap hooked you or something. I don't know, something like kept it from going.
Well, I tried to grab the strap because the fucking whatever karaoke version of My, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, it messed up the guitar solo part. Like the first guitar solo part, it just had drums. And I'm like, there's no fucking solo drum fucking thing in this song. Yeah. And so I went to throw it back, but then the guitar came and I let it go, but half-assed it. And you reached out like Willie Mays, dude, and caught this thing. And I was like, oh my God.
My fingertip off.
Oh, yeah,
like the high E string. I didn't look at my hand for like 5 minutes because it felt like the E string just put a clean laser slice on the tip of my finger. And I was like, I know when I look down, there's going to be a hunk of my finger missing. I know.
It's just wet. It's just wet down there.
It was honestly, you know how that feels like when you cut something and it's like it's done like nerve damage, you know, and like everything's a little numb and like I'm like, oh fuck, I've done this before.
It's like shock. Before. It's like initial shock.
Is gone. It's gone. But it wasn't.
I love it. Everything was cool. Yeah, the entire crowd when we tossed the guitar in the air, it was a collective. Like, and everyone kind of.
And then you drop the mic. The mic goes off. You had to go finish the song out on the stand-up
different mic. That's showbiz, busy.
What the fuck? He's like, don't put anything in the mic stand anymore. I was like, the mic stand isn't what did it. Because he thought like when you put it in, it pressed the button. I'm like, no, it fell during his guitar solo. He tried to catch it. He probably muted it. I was like, see if he didn't mute it with his hand. And sure enough, he like cycles through. He's like, oh, yep, that's what it was. No big deal.
Oh, man, we have fun, dude. We have fun.
We went back to an Airbnb. The lot of us, and we played an absolutely incredible game. A couple games. We played Gestures. Gestures was fun. We should really employ more board game nights. That was super fun to do that. But the best, the probably, I mean, my highlight of the evening was playing Dolphin Trainer with all of our friends, to introducing Dolphin Trainer to the lot of our friends, because we've done it with fun. We've done it with a small group. Maybe it was after like the psychedelic conference in Springfield or something. We did it with like a small group of us. So it was nice to kind of bring the game to the rest of everybody. And for those of you who are wondering what's Dolphin Trainer at home, you send somebody out of the room. They are the dolphin. And then you come up with a series of actions that they need to do. You do that as a group.
Well, we didn't do the first part right, actually. In a real game of Dolphin Trainer, the person runs around the yard and you all have nets and you try to catch them in the net and then you drag the dolphin in there. So we didn't do it. Yes. Yes.
And usually if you want to like make it a little bit, if you want to dial up the difficulties, you hit them in the ass with like a blow dart that kind of puts them out for just a couple of minutes. This is after they put a bit of a fight.
You ordered those blow darts on Amazon. By God, you're going to use them.
100%. And so, so we send them out of the room, and then you like try to come up with something crazy. So we started out, I think it was pretty basic. I don't remember what the first one was, but it was something we were having you doing. We got you to do it.
Yep.
And I did something. You guys got me. I was like slapping on a fucking wood stove with fly swatters. I didn't, but it got so hyper specific that we were able, through a series of, and to let everybody know, you're not using any words. So you're only like, yeah, or no.
So say
it's a hot or cold game. It's a hot or cold game.
Say Craig wanted me to open the window, for instance, and I would come near the dog. He would go,
no, boo.
But then if I go near here, yeah. So it's like
my favorite of the night was we got
J Bear.
Oh, J Bear was good too.
The straw. Straw.
Jessica was good with the straw. Actually, there were a lot of good ones. I was thinking getting Matt to build a 3-piece cracker sandwich.
Oh my God. And
feed it to Jennifer was a pinnacle in nonverbal instruction and
dude.
What is that? Like affirming what is that? It's
Positive reinforcement.
yes, positive, like a master class in what you can do with positive reinforcement.
It is, dude. You don't even have to talk to people anymore, dude.
Nope.
You just go, yeah. No. Yeah, dude. He made and we said, it's got to be salami,
cheese, and crackers. Yeah. But first he like grabbed the cheese and then he like started. We're like, no.
I know, dude.
Great. It was really good.
It taps into the like base mind, to the animal mind. Like it is, and I love seeing people, they have no clue what is going on. Okay.
Yep.
And then something clicks for them. And you're like, oh, dude, you can see it in their eyes where they're like, I'm supposed to be doing this with this, dude. Now, everyone did get real mad when you guys had me grab the Kleenex and then I immediately wiped my ass with it. And you guys were like, Jesus Christ, of course he wipes his ass with it first thing. It's like, you guys should have done below the nose or something. That would have been a little bit more crazy.
Go for hole first.
Yeah, dude, everyone was kind of like, oh, God. This dolphin already fucking... This dolphin...
did exactly what you shouldn't do predictable behaviors in people.
Nope, you can't.
Peekaboo behind the curtain was incredible because that was like kind of
incredible.
A different there is something that you have to kind of be like, whatever it is you're trying to get people to do has to be like actionable. Once they get to a point where they're like at the thing and you want, like, because I remember we were talking about like striking a pose or something like that. Well, they
So it's like striking a pose or something, you know? And it's like when you're striking a pose, okay, you're back. When you're striking a pose, Craig, I got robbed. Okay, remember that. That'll put you in a good headspace for the rest of the day. Yeah, Craig, remember that, dude.
Yeah, that was good. You're right. Not everything's bad.
There are still some good things in this world. Not the connection, but the connection hasn't been great.
Dog shit. And the fact that I don't have a mic stand, I can't even do a grumpy ditch about it. Hang on.
You can absolutely do. Now that the microphone's lower, it'll be easier for a grumpy dish.
The theme song to Taylor Swift's new album.
Dude, I'm all over that Taylor Swift album. It's good, actually. It's pretty damn good. Jen's got me broken. I think I love it. You took my man. Oh, you know my favorite new it worked out, but it didn't work out, and it worked out, but it didn't work out, and it worked out, and it didn't work out, and it worked out, but it didn't work out. And we all started singing it with him. That was I hope that's the first time an entire crowd started singing that joke with him. Because this weekend was phenomenal, dude. Because we have 5 minutes left in the show. We didn't even get to Duncan Trussell, dude.
Dude, I'm on a heater, but I've just been on a real heater. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks of absolute. I mean, I got to kick it with Duncan Trussell for a minute and Alex Gray for a minute inside of 6 days.
Unbelievable, brother.
The world. I love to see the way that the comedy scene just filled. I love seeing Dunky get his flowers. Like the fact that he's got 2 shows a night and it's fucking packing out each time. Because he's what I think a lot of people consider like an alternative comic, a different kind of brand of humor. He's not your big punchline guy, but he's as good as it gets, man. And to see them to get around the other weirdos. How about the fucking Wook with the fucking spinning star right out the gate? And I'm like, get a load of this fucking guy. I don't know if you saw him or not, but
no,
he had like one of the things in the rave scene, you have flow toys. So there's a flow star, which is like, imagine like almost like it's like a 6-pointed mini rug almost. And the whole point of it is to spin it like you would a pizza or something, right? You spin it on your flower and you do different like spin moves and shit like, well, this kid is in the waiting area and walking around the fucking, the comedy club spinning a flow star. Now normal, like this, it wouldn't be weird for me to see it like a rave, a festival, or whatever. It's kind of strange at a fucking comedy show in a mall in the Central Corridor. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then when you hear Duncan talk about his affinity for ketamine, everything starts to make sense. Just everything just comes back together. You know how like when you're tripping your fucking face off, and all of reality kind of splinters into a million different fragments.
Oh yeah.
And then slowly, as you're coming back to Earth, those fragments, they almost like they're magnetic. They just kind of snap back into reality, kind of snaps back into place. And if you're lucky, anything that was kind of out of place has now been corrected and gone to the right place. That's kind of how it looks for me. Well, when I saw that the Flow Star kid was near Duncan at the end, I'm like, oh, this makes perfect sense. You can't. I think it's hard science that 90% of Flow Star enthusiasts are ketamine dealers.
Yeah, that tracks.
So
that totally tracks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I saw
We
you
did
get
have-
his number.
Yeah. You saw it.
Yeah, dude, getting to see him, some of his jokes, and he had worked on, we saw him last year or 2 years ago, and he still had 2 of the jokes still in there, and they have gotten so much better. So
it's
much
really neat
tighter.
to see a process. Yep.
Dude, and it kind of reminded me of, I've heard comedians talk about like, I do the same joke, and I'm worried that the people aren't going to want to hear the same joke. Well, I liken it to a concert where I know I'm going to hear some of these same songs. I may hear some new ones, but I want to hear a classic. I loved hearing those 2 jokes again. I was like, this is awesome.
They were different
dude.
too. It wasn't the same joke.
Nope.
Nope. It was the same guts. It was the same outline of a joke, but the punch up it got better and it got more topical. And it's like that's one of the awesome things about like a good joke is like you can take the bones of it and then take the descriptors from whatever is the most current and just kind of attach it to it. So the Taylor Swift joke was phenomenal. It's progressed from last year.
Yep.
I mean, the incarnation into this lifetime, the end of the timeline, all of these kind of things. Man, he's the fucking best. Anybody that can make me laugh like that, but also find a way, because he's got a McKenna-esque grasp of the English language.
Yep.
He's got
he does.
and of the ethereal. And so like he's able to put, big existential questions and ponderings into the gnarliest cock jokes that
So
you
great,
can possibly come up with,
best,
which is
dude.
all I ever want to do,
So, and I got to give some flowers and some credit to my dogs here, the Kohler boys. Craig, at one point, he's asking the crowd. He's like, I went to this EDM festival, and you guys will never guess. And people are guessing. He's like, nope, go. No, he's like waiting for someone to keep guessing. And Craig's like, Drew Carey. And he's like, yes. How'd you get that, dude?
I might be the only person that's ever guessed it.
Might be awesome, dude. He was
that's
shocked.
the type of shit my brain traps, That's the type of shit that
dude.
your brain holds on to.
So
I remember
great.
hearing Drew Carey on somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Talking about going to EDC. I've seen a few Drew Carey conversations where he's talked about going to like Fish concerts, blasted out. He talked about going to the Sphere when it first opened for Fish or something like that. So whenever he said that, I was like, oh yeah, no, that tracks. And also the last time I was in Vegas, like at the Paris is where they were shooting most of the Prices Right. So like my brain was just like taking all of these little data entry points and just
it took a
plugging them in.
minute. Yeah, it took a minute. You didn't yell it right out. And then your brother said something. The Kohler boys were on fire because he said something about a helicopter. And guess it was the same thing. He goes, who was in the helicopter? And he goes, Kobe Bryant. I was like, oh my God, awesome.
Dark joke, because I forgot that it was I did forget it was a helicopter thing at first.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's awesome. So, dude, we had quite the weekend, dude. And I gotta say, this effing group, dude, they never cease to amaze me. And now with a little bit of introspection, with a little bit of thinking about where we all came from and where we all are now. Holy shit, man, this group is awesome. Like, people have just been putting in work for 5 to 8 years, dude, of just being good-ass humans. And when we all get together, it is a force, dude. It is fun. This weekend, I laughed about as hard as I have in a long time, dude. It was awesome.
How it goes. That's how it goes. Bro, we'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow, but
Okay.
I'm ready to switch gears. We're going into winter. Got one more weekend coming up. You got a big birthday coming up. My bro turns 30 this week, and that's going to be kind of my last little hang, that I'm doing for a little while. And then I feel like all the gains that I got from Peru and everything, I've just kind of slowly been giving it back. And a lot of that's been eating for convenience, as like I'm going running from one thing to the next. I'm ready to reestablish a routine. I got a little something for you from from our friends at Rebirth down in Springfield. It's a morning mushroom supplement type situation. Kind of like you drink with your morning coffee. So I need to get you your half of that. We're going to give them a nice little review on that. Get this thing going. I'm going to start hitting this gym again. I'm just starting to feel the effects of neglect, of not making my routine and then branching off to that to do these cool things. I'm making all these cool things the routine, and then how I take care of myself has been the branch. So I'm ready to flip gears on that, get healthy again, and do a 3-month, 4-month winter lock-in, so that when those birds start chirping again in the spring, a different Craig's going to meet them on the other side.
Let's go, dude, because the birds hate you now. I've been talking to them. They're like, this guy.
Well, you fucking hoard them all to yourself, bird man. We did have a couple good bird conversations this weekend.
Of course.
Talked about some birds.
Well, it was funny because Elise, she was making a comment where she said, do you know something about this singer? He wrote Hurt by Johnny Cash, which got Matt Neal is the gem of goddamn gems.
I almost forgot.
Beauty and the Beast, and then
Tale as Old as Time.
Unbelievable. He was Mrs.
And the thing is he didn't drop into the comfortable register.
Nope. No, he
went up there and sang it like literal Bell.
Yes, he was Angela Lansbury. He was Angela Lansbury, dog.
He was Mrs.
And when he sang Hurt, Elise whispers in my ear, this song is about like an ostrich like killing himself or whatever, and she's like, probably didn't know that. And I go, the only reason I know it is because of the ostrich. I know more about the ostrich than I do Johnny Cash. Yeah, I was just researching this ostrich, and the Johnny Cash thing came across, not vice versa. I wasn't researching Johnny Cash, and the ostrich thing came across. Yeah, dude, I was like, you're talking to the wrong guy, dude. Come on, girl.
It's about time for you to get old Ivy Boy to the bus stop.
It is. It is.
I've been up since 4. I was so exhausted this weekend. I fell asleep at like 6:30 last night. I woke up at 4, and I'm like, ooh. I'm gonna take a shower. I messaged you. I was like, hey, morning, you fucking time
idiot.
To suck the big stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And Craig offered me to sleep in his bed this weekend. Yikes.
I did do that. He's not telling the whole story. I was
Of course, I never tell the whole story.
I was being selfless and giving up my bed so that I would sleep in the recliner.
Yep.
And he's like, no, dude, you don't think I can fucking sleep in a recliner? Dude, I'm a man. I sleep in a recliner. I'm a dad. I'm a dad of 2 sons. You think I can't sleep in a recliner? I'll sleep in a recliner right now. And I was like, cool, man. I was just figured, you might want to fucking sleep horizontal.
Try to be nice.
Like, I got to be up in 2 hours to take my kid to work anyway. Like, it just makes sense. And I came down the stairs, and Steve was just sitting there looking, just waiting for me to come down. It was the weirdest shit of all time.
Yeah, I only had to do it for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you're like, he's going to come down eventually.
Buddy, I love you. What a weekend, dude. Love all of our fans. This was amazing. We'll see you every morning.
I don't know yet. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to get something on the Patreon. Probably me bowling a fucking 300 tonight.
Let's go.
Someone's going to see me fucking 300 tonight.
Let's go.
I just tore my elbow doing that. All right, buddy. We'll see you on the Flippy Dippy.
See ya. Bye, guys.
But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love.